Okay. So, Afuwa, what does feminism mean to you?
There is many meanings of feminism as there are people on this planet. It's something that every individual brings their own experience to, and their own experience of gender and how that part of identity can affect your life and the systems that you relate to.
Okay. So, if you were to personalize that a bit, what might that look like?
Well, I think my feminism would look closer to Alice Walker's concept of womanism and Nawaz al-Saadawi's concept of feminism, because especially in North America, there's a really troublesome history of feminism as a product of white patriarchal culture. And with the suffragettes in the US actually allying themselves with the South to actually prevent black people from getting the vote. They gave the vote to women. So
okay, so Alice Walker's womanism and you, how do they fit together?
well, it takes into account those intersections of racialization that a lot of early feminism didn't have an analysis of, and some pockets still don't have an analysis of it, and I really it's very strong, it's very loving, and there's no BS really.
Do you think there's still a need for feminism or womanism in the 21st century?
Absolutely. I mean, just recently, Dominique Strauss-Kahn's assault on Nafissatou Diallo. I mean, this isn't just the assault of a wealthy male on a woman with no privilege. I mean, this is the head of the IMF who is assaulting a woman who has most likely left her country because of economic policies that his organization has put into place. So, I mean, when you look at not just that incident, but all the systems that play into that, as well as the amount of effort and energy that went into discrediting her.
So do you think gender equality is a prerequisite to human evolution at the current time? Does that have to be in place for us to evolve as a species?
Are we still evolving? I think it's a prerequisite for humanity.
Okay. So, Afuwa, what drives you to make your art?
It is so absolutely hokey, but I do it so I can live. It's like if I didn't make art, I couldn't breathe. I couldn't get out of bed in the morning. It gives me a place to stand and have an analysis of what is going on. And it gives me the opportunity to either change people's minds or just mess with them a little bit.
Okay. So who would you say your artist role models or your inspiration is?
I think artists like Edmonia Lewis and Aubrey Williams. Edmonia Lewis is an Indigenous American and sort of African American by way of Haiti artist, and she ended up, I think, leaving and living in Rome and doing sculpture, and for a long time people actually thought that her work wasn't hers because of her race, and so she ended up actually isolating herself and working alone so that people go, oh, actually you are actually making this work. And another person whose work that I love is Aubrey Williams, who's a Guyanese artist who also of multiple heritages, and he did an amazing series on the Olmec Maya.
What's your vision as a woman artist in the 21st century?
I want to change the world.
Oh, you go, girl.
I think that being an artist just gives you this opportunity to make and remake and go, I don't like the way you're doing things, and it just, I mean, not all artists are, you know, that sort of anti-establishment, but you know, I mean, everyone, you know, it's all an individual choice, but being an artist just says, hey, you don't actually have to take what's given to you.
And what would you say the challenges are?
Oh, the usual. I think that the world as it is getting more conservative, more problematic, and that the struggles that were fought, especially in the middle of the last century, are being co-opted in really problematic and heartbreaking ways. I mean, I don't believe that the Pussycat Dolls are the new feminism, but at the same time, you know, you have amazing groups like there's this group online called the Crunk Feminist Collective, and they have, I mean, it's one of those few, you know, safe spots on the internet, and they have this analysis of ableism and homophobia and all of the things that interact and interplay with feminism, and they're really, they just call it like it is. And so I think that even though there are challenges and it can seem really, really overwhelming and just an absolute piss off at times, there, you know, there's company, you know, we're not just these tiny little individuals. I mean, you and Kat are putting together this show, and you're just like creating this little world of F-wordedness.